Have you ever wondered how you brew a ginger beer in a commercial brewery? Come along and I'll show you. Shame job. Hands out of pockets, are you ready? Hello brewers, hello YouTube, welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to show you how we brew a ginger beer commercially from start to finish. We use raw sugar, ginger beer extract and ethanol, and then throw it into the fermenter, carb him up and serve it to you. So we're going to fill the kettle, kick it in the guts, bring it to the boil, we're going to change the pH, we're going to add the sugar, we're going to add the ginger beer extract, then we're going to chill it, send it to the fermenter, and then we're going to cold crush it, then we're going to carbonate it, then we're going to drink it. Easy one. Turn around in 3 days, ready for package. You ready? Let's go. Close off our whirlpool because we won't need that today. We're only going to use the kettle to brew this. It's very quick, no mash. We get our sugars from raw sugar, and that's only just to sweeten the product. There's no fermentation at all. We use 95.6% ethanol, and we add that according to how much product we have to get our ABV, which today we're going to shoot for 4.5%. Let's turn our hot liquor pump on. Just going to bring our kettle up to temp, because we're about 10 degrees C at the moment, ambient temperature. So we're going to send that 88 degree hot liquor into the kettle just so we heat up the stainless steel, and then it'll also give us a rinse. Any hop debris or anything that was left over from the last brew will come out. We'll just dump that out through the dump valve. And our kettle temp's 50 degrees C now, so we were sitting at 10. We've warmed up our stainless just so our boil's going to be a lot more efficient. Kettle straight on because we're not going to get scorching, we're just boiling water or boiling the hot liquor. Off we go, fill her up, 1200 litres. We're going to prep our citric acid, that's how we're going to acidify the product. We're going to bring the pH down to below 4, 3.7 we're going to shoot for. If you acidify the product below 4, there's less chance any bacteria will grow in it, so it's stable. And it also adds a flavour as well. When you acidify, you get like a citrus flavour. So we prepped our salts, which is just citric acid to change our pH. Turned on our pH meter, prep that. Also going to get out our non-branded density meter. And now we're going to prep our sugar. So the reason we're going to use raw sugar, like I said, is because we're not fermenting a beer. We're using hot liquor, and then we'll bring our gravity up to 10-20. So there's some sweetness to the ginger beer. Otherwise it'd be just dry, the gravity would be 0. We pick up a bit of gravity from the extract, but not a lot. So with our 12 hectolitres, 15 kilos of raw sugar will bring us up 0.5 on the gravity scale. So 4 bags will bring us to 0.2. Then we'll add our extract, we'll boil. So the reason we're going to boil it is to sterilise anything. We're also going to run a loop through the heat exchange with our product, and that's going to sterilise the heat exchange in our product line. Other reasons we boil is because it lowers the oxygen in the product as well, so which will eventually become dissolved oxygen. When you boil something for 20 minutes, products, whether it be wort or the ginger beer, it's going to bring our dissolved oxygen down to around 6 parts per million. And then when we add the CO2 and blow out, we're going to get a bit lower than that. Obviously it's not as critical as beer. It doesn't get the off flavours when you get oxidation like you get in beer. So open up these bags and prep them while we're filling the kettle. Don't do that. All right, we're back. I lost a bit of claret, but we're all patched up. Always, when you use a Stanley knife, cut away from yourself. Dickhead. The reason we're using raw sugar, not dextrose, is to add a bit of colour to the finished product. Now I've got to be Michael Jackson all day and wear a glove, one glove. All right, when you open one of these bags, hand cut away from you. Otherwise, you'll end up wearing a glove for the rest of the day. Every time you fucking film opening one of these cunts, they never open. We're going to take a pH sample. So we're going to want to cool this down to 20 degrees C for the most accurate pH sample of our hot liquor. So we'll just grab a bucket of ice. Yeah, so we're sitting pretty close to neutral, which is about right, 7. So we want to bring that down below 4. I'm going to shoot for 3.7. So 250 grams is going to get us close. And then we'll do a final check at the end. We'll boil for 20 minutes, then do our gravity checks, shoot for 10, 20, and our pH we're shooting for 3.7. We're going to prep our fermenter now. We've got our paracetic acid mix, 2%. We use this single phase little cart pump because there's no room in here. We've got about a metre between our fermenters, so our big cart pump will get in the way. So all we're doing here is running a sanitizer loop, 2% paracetic acid. We're going to take it from the cart pump and shoot it into the spray ball. We've done another video on the different components of a uni tank if you want to go back and have a look at that, so you know what we're talking about. Alright, first thing we want to do is remove any airlock in the pump. So I'll open it up and let it equalise. Spray ball valve's open. And then we'll open our dump valve. And we're going to send in a little bit of paracetic and let it come out the dump valve. Just in case any dust got in the fermenter while I was sitting there. Then we're going to open the racking arm, set it to 90 degrees. We're going to allow that paracetic acid to come out of the racking arm as well. And we're also going to open our sample port. So we've got positive pressure in that. So we're going to blow the paracetic into it. That's it, Sandy loop. We've got positive pressure. The tank's holding everywhere. We've got just below 10 pound in it. So we'll run that for 10 minutes and that'll be sanitised. Now we're just going to sanitise the cart vessel, CIP vessel completely. The remainder of the paracetic, and then just going to use paper towel to get the remainder of that out. Paracetic out, and then we'll go get our ethanol. Watch your lungs. I'm going to test what we've got. So we're going to use this. We're going to change our sample. Edit it from density to ethanol. Okay. 96.5 I worked it out on. We needed 50 litres, 800 mils, and we're 96.4. So we're going to be pretty close. Put that to the side, and then we'll go check how we are in the kettle. We're at 96.5, same as the ethanol, 6.6. So now we just bring that to the boil. So cut. All right, we're running about 4.3, so we're going to up that. Just going to go 100 grams at a time now till we get our pH that we want, because we don't want to overshoot. Then we're just wasting product to bring the pH back up. Ooh, that's hot. All right, now we're going to add our extract because that's also got sugars in it as well. One's enough by the smell of it. No. Looks like a night out after being in Thailand, doesn't it? Massive amounts of ginger. I think I might just start with their dose rate, then maybe bring it back if I have to. It's always good to have a backup pH meter. It's one of the most important things in brewing, pH. So this is our final sample, which we're going to cool. We lowered the pH a little bit lower to around the 3.5 mark. And we've been comparing to a generic ginger beer that's produced by a massive company. We won't name them. They will remain unnamed. So we've decarbed that, heated it up to our sample, and then we're just doing a sensory analysis and trying them both in similar conditions. The only difference is that will change will be the ethanol will be added, but that's flavour neutral ethanol, and it's also got a pH of about 6, so we're going to up our pH a little bit more. That's why we lowered our pH down to 3.5, because the ethanol will bump it back up to around the 3.7 mark. And our gravity, finished gravity, final gravity on the generic branded ginger beer is 1032, which is quite sweet. So we brought our final gravity up as well, higher than we were going to. Just need to cool that sample a bit more to get it accurate. While that happens, we'll prep our cooling. We're going to bring it down to -8, and we're going to turn our fermenters off. So all the fermenters with product in them, we'll turn them off, which is most of them. There's 2 or 3 empty ones. Go back to our cooling. We're going to get our cold liquor down to -8 so we can knock it out. So our pH, we've lowered it to about 3.5. Final gravity was 1025. We brought it up a little bit, so it's a little bit closer to that really well sold generic one. We're going to put the ethanol in the fermenter, and then we're ready to knock out. Just going to put our ethanol straight through the manhole and in. All right, so we've added our ethanol to the uni tank and we're ready to knock out. Let's do it. What we're doing here is recirculating the product through the heat exchange at 100 degrees C, through the product line which we're going to use, and back into the kettle, and that sterilises everything, ready to knock out. What are we going to call it? Ginger beer. Everything's sterilised here, so straight over to the fermenter. Kill the kettle. First thing we do is turn on our cold liquor. So we're bypassing the whirlpool because we don't need it. There will be no trub in this. So straight when we knock out, straight from the kettle to the fermenter. Our cold water's on in the line in the heat exchange. Now we turn on our manual pump on, and then confirm on the light. So manual pump on, we've got a light to confirm it's on, and then we turn on our heat exchange as well, and then we send it. Just confirm here that we've got cold liquor coming in. Yes, we do. Just going to slow that first little bit down because we're hot running in. Good colour, happy with it. So this pump is our whirlpool pump, and it's not on a VSD, so it hasn't got one of these variable speed drive where you can control your flow through the pump. So we just use our butterfly to where we get a nice flow out at the right temp. And you can just feel the back and feel your temp. Then we'll just go over and check the fermenter. Check we've got positive pressure coming out. You can smell it, ginger beer. No leaks, everything's shut. That's it, we're going to get our CO2 ready now because this bad boy can be cold crashed straight away. Prep your CO2 up to 40 pound. It's going to go straight on the carb stone to start with. And we're going to, as we get our product above the carb stone, we're going to turn that carb stone on and start ejecting any DO in the product. Once again, it's not as critical. You can be in parts per million in a product like this rather than parts per billion. Probably take about 15 minutes to knock out. There's our generic piece of shit, and there's the Australian made one. Japanese made, Australian made. Konnichiwa. Aussie made, couple of days. All right, so we're above the carb stone. We're going to just start introducing that CO2. Flat out. Hear that positive pressure? So we're going to remove any more DO in that product, purge it out, and then we'll shut it up, pump her up to 1 bar, and we'll start the cold crash. Look at the grubby hands on him. That's it, that's how you brew a ginger beer in a commercial brewery. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe if you want. Hooroo. I'm hungry and annoyed. I'm hungover.